Everybody, welcome back. I'm the Strategy Professor, and today we're going to be doing another episode in our legendary Ikkit Claw campaign. So special thanks to Ryan, Avery, and Mozzie for sponsoring this campaign. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind, and we can probably make that happen. Okay, so that's just for clan rats. It's not for slaves. My army is half slaves right now. I think just Blastmaster, even though our weapons teams right now are not going to do as much damage. I think we can still... Well, let me see. Do we have the... We're in there... We can't run past them yet. I think we're going to be able to get all the way down there, though. I suppose we can just wait and see what happens in this battle. I mean, we're just going to auto-resolve this. No. I'm trying to see if I need to get Root Archer. So maybe I should have hired a couple of slaves. Close victory. What? Man. So you know, it's kind of ridiculous to ask me to manually fight that one. Terrifying Mask of E. Actually, that's pretty good. Causes terror early on. You don't have a lot of terror-causing units as Skaven until like much later, so that's pretty nice. Okay, I think we just go with the money.
No use for this flesh.
Could make an argument for enslave. It's not that much money.
Much suffering, pain.
But we are going to need every penny, so I guess we'll just go ahead and do it. Okay, yeah, so we can get there. Terrifying Mask of E. Okay, and then Magrita is only tier 2. They have 10 units, so I think we can siege them out. Alright. So we could go for... You know, we have our max number of Skaven slaves right now. We have to get more Skaven slave buildings to get that. Now, these right now are not going to be doing a ton. They will be doing some decent damage, I guess, during the siege. But they don't have enough of an arcing shot. If we can open the door, though... I don't know. I guess we'll just go with Blastmaster, and then we could go for... We could go for Scorch and Warp Lightning, actually, if we wanted to. And the Overcast, I don't think is going to matter that much, but... What's this upgrade? Warp Grinders. Okay, so... Skaven Weapon Team, 12% damage. Rat Ogres, Abominations, Plague Monks. That's a good one for those units, but... Clan Rats, Storm Vermin. Okay, so Warp Smart is alright. It's basically 12% extra damage. We could get Engineering Skill. It's not going to matter yet. Could also go for Ancient Cunning. Engineering Skill might be good. I mean, that is... that does help Doom Flayers out a little bit. Extra movement speed for Warp Grinders is kind of weird. Okay, Warp Grinders do get 12 more armor too. And we also get Plague Claw Catapults get bonuses. So maybe that. Or are we just being too greedy and we need to get Pack Leader for the leadership on Clan Rats? I'm gonna do Clan Rats. I feel like that's a little too greedy right now. Because we're about to have this fight, and I don't want to take it for granted, because we do have low leadership on our units. Okay, so Triangulation, and then Arms Dealer. You could make an argument for this fight. Maybe we need some other stuff, but increased mobility is also extremely good. So maybe we'll go with that plus Arms Dealer. Actually, I want Ballistics Calibration. Oh, we need... Oh, hold on. Okay. Yes, Ballistics Calibration. That might work with our Warp Light Jezzails. That's he personally gets that stuff, the range and the ammo and all that, not your whole team. So I think that's what we'll do. We might do upgrade Scorch with him eventually. Okay, so I think we're just gonna go for this.
Revels in this victory.
Are there any crazy upgrades right now? I don't really want to use the food on that. We need to get the food into the the super green area, because that extra leadership is a big deal. Okay, and I don't think Magritta has any extra armies. They might have one at their secondary town, Estalia. No, they actually have nothing, so this is going to be one of our better opportunities. Like, yeah, we could sit here. Actually, we can't even hire more slaves. So we could, like, retreat and hire some stuff in Skaven Blight, but then they're going to hire some stuff, and they're going to end up with a 20 stack over here. So you might as well just go for it. And we can just use some food. Just get, like, 3 or 4 minutes from below and handle it.
This arms race, no contest. Kill targets now!
And they're really bad at climbing up ladders and fighting because they're just pretty weak units in general. So you do not want to try to just climb up the walls like we did with the Beastmen sometimes. Okay, everybody hates us. Okay, good to know. Skaven Blight, no upgrades yet. Now we can do this. Is there one that, like... Public order, recruitment. So there's nothing for building. There's a food one there. We could switch over to the food, because we are going to get this one growth. Oh, it's 2 turns to get the growth. So 190, 190. If we get rid of 50 food, it'd be 140, 140. So 210. No, we need the growth. Okay. I was gonna say we could get the food going, just so we can rank it up more. No. Or just so we can get to the max food for the leadership ASAP, but... Oh, they want to fight me open field? Y'all are crazy. What? Okay. Sure. Well, let's do 1 so that we get the leadership. Can we do it with 1 or do we need multiples? I mean, they don't have a general. We are going to get more after this, but it's like, do we want each of these to have an extra 5 leadership? Or do we just want more units? A lot of these do have shields. I don't know if... I guess these do count as small arms fire. Restricted aim. Okay, yeah, it can't... doesn't have an arc. Okay, let's not mess around. Make sure we get this.
Which kill device to use?
Now, what I'm trying to remember what the warp drive on this does. Is it extra damage? 50% extra damage? It's pretty good for chewing through people. And you get more speed. Okay, we do have the high ground also. Insert Star Wars memes. From like 15 years ago. Okay. The rattling gun. It's going to be a little bit challenging to shoot through those trees, but...
Skaven, yes, yes. Warplock desires. Artail yours. Kill time. Ikkit claw.
Now this upgrade is reload skill, accuracy, so we'll wait on that. Well, maybe we don't wait on it. Maybe we just...
Warplock desires.
pump up the Giselles.
Doomslayer.
We're gonna try to mess with them with these, just to kind of kite them.
Ikkit claw. Warlock engineer. Sapcast. Warlock Gazelles. Attack. Infernal weapons. Die, die, die! Death devices charged! Wield the winds! Skitter, then leap! Doom and destruction! Unleash war hell! War lightning! Right on a car! Quick, quick! And die, loyalty master! Warpstone there! Scatter, move! Faster, scurry!
See, we're getting some of these guys to pull away a little bit.
Tails forward! Ready, ready! Ready! Kaboom! Don't give them an inch! Move, move! Now, move! Warlock engineer! Warp lightning! Them die, die! Fight! Attack! 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 Straight, straight! Worthy of Scryer! Shriek! Shriek! Our tail is yours! Attack! Ikkit claw! Scamper forward! Doomslayer! March, scurry, yes! Hasten, hurry! Glanrats! Rattling gun! Yes, master, scurry! Warlock Gazelles! Die, die, die! Yes, yes!
Oh, I thought I used that earlier. I guess maybe I didn't. I don't know.
Go! Run! Go! Storm Demon! Go! Quick! Quick! We
Yeah, we can just drag these boys out. Alright, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. I mean, the thing is, it looks stupid with me kiting them, but if they don't do that... Oh, shit.
What orders? Quick on a car. Our tail's yours. Yes, yes. Nash, kill, kill.
Oh, God, they're all over my weapons team.
Yes, yes.
Get them out, get them out, get them out.
Scampering and skitter. Scamper. Glanrats. Skaven slaves. Glanrats. At once. 13. Yes, yes. Straight, straight. March, scurry, yes. Ikkit claw. Skaven surge. Where the things? Rub up there. Countess command. Stab, stab. Yes, yes, yes. Faster, scurry. Move, move. Murder, kill, kill. Ready, ready! Yes, Master Lord. Clan rats! Cry as well! Die! Die, die! Doomslayer! Get killed! Now move! Council's command! Finally! Casting death! Hey! Council's command! What? Fight! Fight! Skaven slaves! Free forever! Kill contraptions at hand! Doomslayer! Repeat us!
Sorry, I got a little bit of a cold or something going on here.
Ikkit claw!
So I might sniff a little bit.
Murder! Kill! Onward!
Yeah, I'm not really sure why they opted. I mean, I guess, you know, they're just thinking,
Clan rats!
I don't know what they're thinking, that I can just siege them out, and that they have to come out on me eventually if I just sit here the whole time and siege. Maybe that's what they thought I was going to do. I don't know. They did that in the Beastman campaign too, which kind of makes sense. If I were to play like they played, the AI, and I just was not on any sort of timeline, and I didn't mind just sitting here forever, I could just siege them out. And they have no other army, so I guess they figured this was their best shot just to kind of go for it. Oh, we're out of ammo with the Warplot Giselles. Okay.
Skaven slaves!
Oh, I totally forgot to activate his thing a second time.
Rockets moving! Doomslayer!
I'm going to speed this up, but we do need to kill everyone we can kill because, you know, they're probably going to come back in. We're going to have to siege them still. Okay, I think that's about all we're gonna get. This love's giving us close victory, huh? Yay, weapons team units. Now, I don't know with the cap system if it's I'm limited on all weapons teams, like I can only have X number, period, or if there's, you know, like I can have 2 snipers, 2 whatever, 2 of these other things. But I think since there are so many different weapons teams, when it tells me that there's a cap, then I think I have to choose. Which kind of discourages...
No use for this flesh!
It kind of discourages diversity in a sense, because it just makes me really want to go for the strongest ones. Or the Beastmen are just going to int into Moraliano. Beastman invasions, I always say yes, just to keep the Beastmen a little more relevant, even though that is annoying for every faction other than Beastmen. We are kind of stocking up on some warp fuel here.
Annihilate!
Okay. Just pack leader and then rally. I mean, our guys are starting, like, warp smart eventually will be something interesting, but think we want to start working towards Root Marcher and then Ancient Cunning. I mean, engineering skill would be legit too, but...
Which kill device to use?
I know catapults, artillery almost never has a cap on it. 'Cause historically, it's thought to be a fairly weak type of unit in the base game, although I disagree. I think it's, you know, really good in a lot of circumstances. Wait, did I actually put a point? No, he comes with a point in Warp Lightning. I was about to say, I didn't put a point in that, did I? Okay, so we'll just go with the mobility.
Attack! Attack!
We should be able to auto this. See, we get 2 for free now because it's starting to get corrupt in this province because we have that port that's spreading the corruption. Okay, so let's go ahead and finish that off. Now this was tier 2, so it might be worth to sack. We'll see. It also has a port though, so if it has a port, sacking can be annoying sometimes. So it's 1,000 extra gold to sack it. Depends on how much we're gonna have to pay for that port. But usually if you can sack and occupy, loot and occupy, then it's gonna be good, but
Steal things.
I guess we're gonna sack and then occupy and see. So it's plus 1,000. We're gonna have to see.
No devastation.
Wow, that's really good. Scribe usage just gave like 8% campaign movement range, but that's insane. Magical item, recruitment, and campaign movement range. And potion of toughness. Those are some good items.
Chief Warlock, Ikkit Claw. Engineer of Scryer.
Yeah, see, it's 600, so I guess we did end up getting some. It was probably worth. But, so there's going to be a rebellion here next turn. I don't... Is the iron any good? We can just trade it, potentially. Did that help us spot anybody? Important? I don't think so. Eventually, once all the C's get revealed, there's a possibility, depending on what's going up here with Tretch, we could potentially see Tretch, we could potentially see Skrulk, but that doesn't happen until like turn 70 or something. Okay, we got this. Make sure all the followers are up to date. Terrifying Mask of E is good, but I want to put the potion on him.
No malice.
We'll put E on him for now. Hand weapon, okay. Follower. Strategist. Nice. I don't know if that campaign movement range carries over. But that'll be good when I want to start doing... So we'll probably start doing some under Empire, like over here to the south, eventually. Because I think we're going to be working our way north to start with. So doing some under Empire down, like with the Tomb Kings or something. So we're probably not going to mess with them. Okay. And then in the main town, we'll go ahead and grab this. Now we are getting a discount right now. Upgrade that. Usually I don't upgrade this in a lot of places, but because growth, as I explained before, is really hard to come by, I probably will. It does allow us to get one more of each type of Skaven slave, so that's interesting. And then we do have the potential for one more building. Could get a food building. And the public order kind of matters, but extra food, extra money, and does allow council's decree. Okay, so that's the -2 food per turn, and then you get extra rating and growth. This was nerfed a lot from the base game. This used to be like big money that you would get off of just putting 1 point in slave wheels, but it's been nerfed so much that it's really not worth it a lot of the time. This has also been nerfed. Used to be a lot cheaper. Now we could get that for public order. We are getting a discount right now. That does allow us to get Ruthless Plans, which is the middle tree, I think. Which is good. We do want that eventually. But we're going to have to put the public order building in our secondary towns anyways. So we get 3 slots on the next one. So we would want this, and then the rest doesn't matter. Or maybe this. I was trying to think if we can afford to get something else. I mean, maybe just get the food one. And we can just tear it up later if we need to. Yeah, sure. Okay. It does give 80 gold per turn, which is nice. Okay, then we're looking for the growth here. How much longer? Dang, we have like no growth. Oh, growth minus 50 if it's an unhappy populace. Jeez, I forgot about that. Okay, so you really need to try to get public order going, huh? Well, that makes me think then maybe I should be going for... Because I could basically get plus 50 growth if I can get this into positive. Most likely. What are the other things? Tax rate. Upkeep for all units faction-wide. Food does matter, but if I can get the growth rate up, if I can effectively get plus 50 within, I don't know, 15 turns or something. I do get a discount on this right now. Yeah, okay, fine. Let's go with this. And then when we get up there, we would eventually be able to tax this at some point, maybe. To get some money off of it. So. But I could also just use this to get more food. Or growth. Like, this is giving me 50 growth right now. You know what? I'm just going to do the food, and we can sell it later on. Lots of choices. Okay. We've got this going. Can't do anything with that. Don't want to workshop. We don't have enough excess food yet. Gonna be a rebellion. Oh, can we hire? Still can't hire anything. Okay. The ports don't give you anything useful. I mean, I guess... you can hire Skaven slaves off the main building if you need to. I don't know. Those are just normal rebels? Oh, because Talia's not dead yet, so that kind of makes sense. Rumors are false. Humans want to fight each other. They should be able to do that.
Storm Demon.
Okay, probably just Ancient Cunning here. It does give you campaign movement range also. Or we could get Engineering skill. I think just Ancient Cunning though. Now that did not let me regenerate because they sieged me that turn, which is obnoxious. Wow, they have great swords off a tier 1 town? Holy crap. I really don't want to fight that though. We'd take a pretty big hit, but...
Serve yourselves up to your master. Best decision. Kill contraption! This rat is no.
Okay, warp ammo, just ballistics instructor. Is where we want to be.
Test subjects.
We do get a lot of movement. Now, how much is it for the this? 50%.
Warlock engineer. Start camp plan.
Okay. Military crackdown. We're getting plus 220. How much growth does this give? much for 1 extra food? 2 public order. That also gives 1 extra Skaven slave. 2 food, 2 public order, 750. But then we might, I don't know, we might delete this here in a second. Let's go in for tier 3. So we're going to have to get these. That's 4,500, 2,500, 7,000. You don't get any more gold off of it. That's fine. We'll just hold on to the money. Even though we are getting that discount. Imperium. Okay. So the more properties that you have, the more expensive stuff becomes. Alright. Oh, I meant to think, do we actually need that much growth to get to the tier 5? Because I could change it over to the food from the growth. Or to get to tier 4. I mean, what do we need at tier 4? I guess we do get an engineer, which is a big deal. Then we can start using him for spreading under cities. So I was wondering if we should just go for the food. Plus 5 food. How close are we to getting into green? It's not that expensive to upgrade these. I mean, I guess, obviously when we get to tier 5, if we get these, it's going to be, like, huge. But tier 4, I'm not sure how much that matters. Maybe a little bit. Okay, whatever. What is... We are kind of going up in food, too. What are we at right now, food-wise? 75%. So we're getting pretty close to getting to the max food anyways. Okay, Bill Bally. Now, are they gonna... Do they have any units? Yeah, they do, actually. They have another 20 stacks somewhere around here, so...
More warpstone.
Potentially. Or at least they have something.
Where are my
I don't
schematics?
know if it's necessarily a 20 stack. We don't have... Oh, we do have wait and ambush.
Cogs in motion.
Not likely.
Okay, so that's what, 8 units.
Sigma forbids this.
Tier 2. 16 units.
Not. Science, sorcery, death.
Beat him? I think we can probably beat him. I mean, we do have our nuke if we really need it.
By Sigma, no.
I mean, this is twice as much as we
I'll
had before.
ignore
We
that.
might have to nuke.
Skaven Bright's greatest, best inventor. More
Okay,
warpstone.
I think
No,
we can
no.
probably do it. Why are these so interesting? Oh, they got caught last time. I forgot. That actually was a really huge deal. Well, we got to do it. I mean, it's not gonna get any easier. Okay, so what we could do. Now these are 2 different
I
lords.
refuse.
We could hit
I
this
will
guy,
not
and then these
obey.
guys will reinforce. Maybe from the side, and then we could get a really good sort of flank angle on him. We can use food.
Where are my schematics?
Okay, I'm gonna attack. We could actually get an ambush on the. If we get an ambush, we can just auto resolve and kill this guy flat out.
Now.
If we don't, they're gonna reinforce, which would buy us time for a nuke. 4. I think 4 is probably fine.
Set suit
Okay.
to war.
Has
Fight
no faith in
bold.
us, but I think we can do it. If we have to
Roger.
nuke, we have to
Yeah.
nuke. They're gonna be delayed. It is expensive to nuke. It's basically 4 warp fuel and 25 food. But we need to keep the momentum going here. Like, we're not gonna... We don't want to have to run back, tail between our legs, and go back to our main town. We want to be able to keep pushing forward and at least get this province under control before... We will have to go back and grab more weapons teams and do some upgrades and things like that here in a little bit, but... Okay, so we can just snipe this guy out if we want to with our dudes. Their thing is that accuracy. Can't remember. Warp overcharge, explosion, missile, range. They fire more slowly.
Rattling gun.
I kind of don't want to use ammo on them.
Guide us, horned one. Doom flayer. Now, ready, now.
These guys do have a bunch of ammo. I mean, they do quite a bit of damage. Or they don't have a ton of ammo, but...
Warlock engineer. What orders?
So do we want to use this guy? It's just reload skill, ammo, and range. Okay, we'll do that for the ammo, so I don't have to use as much. Or for the accuracy, so I don't have to use as much. And then here and here. Just line these dudes up. Well, that'll give them a hill bonus. They're already going to get downhill on us. Probably. Other option... I just don't think we're going to be able to get into position to have a nice arcing shot there. We're going to have to try to position over here and shoot at them. So I think we'll just do it this way. Buy as much time as we can. The nuke doesn't come online for 2 minutes. So we're going to have to try to stall. I'm not even sure if we need the nuke, but it might be a good idea just to do it. We obviously don't want to do it when they're really close to our units. So we want to try to see if we can stall them out and keep it open field. So if we can just run over here and just like mess with them with our cavalry and just stall. Yeah, oh, we're sniping them out.
What? Yes, master. Scurry. Moving. Hasten, hurry. Onwards. Warlock Jezzails. Halt, stop.
Really don't want to use a round of ammo on him. I'm just going to run him down with this. They might just hide in here. No, they're coming.
Squeak, squeak. Not move. Warlock engineer. Forward, backwards. Our tail's yours. Advance, retreat. On, lads. Move, run. Clan Skyer. Rocket shoot! Doom flayer! Ready now!
Come on, guys, kill him. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and... Not sure the timing on this, but... Oh, it killed their lord. I thought that one-shot one of these other lords. I was like, oh my god, it one-shots lords. No, it was this weak guy over here. So it's kind of like a really powerful vortex spell of sorts.
Quick, fast! Warpstone magic! Worthy of Skyer! Creaky shriek! Warlock Jezzails! Tails 1! 13, yes! Unleash war power! Warlock engineer! What? Quick! Rattling gun. The bite attacker. Yes, yes. Claw on button. Hornet rat's will. Warp blades charged. Skaven scourge. Skitter and leap. Ikkit claw. At once. Crate on the car. Clan rats. We serve. Ready, ready. Ikkit claw. Feel the wind. Rattling gun. Clan rats. Great. We move. Shriek.
Nope.
Doom Flayer. Screen Ricato Crick. Scuttle. Clan rats. Slaves now. What? No. Consoles command. Creature in a car. Ikkit claw. Rocket boom. Run stitter. Warlock engineer. For the famine tide.
Whoa.
Warp lightning.
Misclick that one.
For Skaven blades. Resurrect. Master kill. Resurrect. Warlock engineer. Clan advance. Yes. Rattling gun. Get to the lip. Quick. Hasten, hurry. Doom Flayer. Our tale is yours. Hasten, hurry. Die. Time to die. Infernal weapons. Doom Flayer. Run, chase. Yes, superior.
Wait, okay, those are summon clan rats. I was about to say, those better not be my real clan rats.
Skitter and leap. Ready. Them die. Scurry, race. Squeak. Screen Ricato Crick. Scamper. For the famine tide. Scurry, yes. Faster, scurry.
Yeah, we just tied up their lord with just some Skaven slaves, and you just kill everything else. Just kite and run them all down. So they're all dead, because they're in the town, so we're not even gonna... Heroic victory. So we did have to use our nuke there. I mean, it's possible we could have won without the nuke. We probably could have. We did kill, what, like 3 battalions with it? It's basically like a devolve or close to it in terms of damage. It does a little bit more than that, and it does it instantly, but... Trickster Shard. Okay. Other Trickster Shard is way better, but I'll take it.
Death contraptions to fund.
Okay, that's a really low amount. So we could just go for it.
Yes,
Oh, because we
the
attacked the
best
Lord and not the
medicine.
town. Okay, so we will get to attack the town. Huh. Actually, no, I made a decent-sized mistake there. I forgot. I thought we attacked the town, but we didn't. We attacked the Lord, so we should have run down all of that stuff to make the town kill easier. So now we're gonna have to fight these guys manually, probably. So that was a mistake.
Spoils pay for distraction.
I totally forgot that I hit the person outside instead.
Serve yourselves up to your...
So we do get 2 victories potentially when we kill these, but we might have to fight this next one. So it does level our people up a little bit more. I still think it was correct to attack the outside person in case we got an ambush, but what was the 13th scheme? Upkeep, reduction, chance. And that is pretty good, but we don't need to do that one immediately. We don't have any upkeep really that matters.
My brain is never out.
Could put him on a Doomflayer. He doesn't have his ranged attack anymore, and his ranged attack's pretty good. He only has 6 ammo. He does like 1,000 damage. I mean, he does have more armor, and he gets some stuff, but he wouldn't be able to climb walls either, which could be important on sieges. I'm gonna not put him on the mount. Okay, so I guess we'll just keep going with Ancient Cunning, and then over here, Ballistics Instructor.
Exosuit ready.
Yeah, so I should have run them all down. So we should be able to kill them all. But he does give us one more fight, I guess. It's going to slow us down a little bit here.
Ikkit Claw. Warlock Engineer. And rats. Rattling a gun. Clan rats.
Actually, we can go ahead and pull those in a little bit more. Oh.
Warlock Jezzails. Doomslayer. War systems on. Warblock loaded. Ikkit Claw. Warlock Jezzails. All die. Ikkit Claw. Warlock Jezzails. Slaves down. Yes, yes. Critarca. Warpstone down.
Oops.
Skaven Scourge. Wields the winds. Casting death pain. Rocket shoot.
Halberdiers don't have shields, so I'm just aiming for them.
Fight and hurry.
Blood on my head!
Tails forward. Now ready. It shall be done. Straight, straight. The gun chase. Warlock of death. Ready. Very good, master. Warlock Engineer. Clan rats. Quick, quick. Now move. At once, master. Very good, master.
Enemy things now!
Oh, I should have switched the potion over to him so that I can use the potion in combat to help him heal up. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Then leap. Master kill. Channel uncharged. Warlock Jezels.
Okay, now they're in the town, so now we can hit them. And by hit them, I mean not run them down. I don't know what I'm saying. Look, it's late at night. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's not a huge deal. You know, we take another 5 minutes, wear them down, instead of chasing them all down last time. We would have had a win either way. We just would have been able to auto-resolve it a little easier. So I should have used my my healing potion on Ikkit Claw that turn. And I need to make sure I move that over to the Warlock so that the next time I fight, I can use it on him at the start of the fight to buff him up a little bit. Heal him up. Okay, 10 food. Now we're in the good zone for the food. You want to try to stay in the green for as long as you can on the food. So we can start doing some upgrades if we want to in the workshop soon. The sniper rifle on the Jezels is definitely something I'm very interested in. Is it tier 2 or tier 3? I don't remember. I could just go ahead and... Do I have enough? I don't know if I have enough movement to sack and occupy on the same turn.
More lab nests here.
We barely made it. I wish it would show you how much movement you have left. Somewhere. But we'll just go ahead and loot and occupy.
Riches are mine. Chief Warlock, Ikkit Claw.
Hopefully we won't have to repair the, repair as much. Okay, so there's gonna be a rebellion here. Unless we take the money off. As much as I hate to do it, I think we might have to take the money off for just one turn, just to give me enough time to get down there. Then there's going to be a lot of provincial instability here. We might just... So we're going to have to choose either... How many more turns on this? Skaven Blight. 3 turns. So we're going to have to run down here, fight this rebellion. Come over here. How many? So it's 5 turns on that, 3 turns on that. So it's going to be 5 turns before I can hire more of these. But in the meantime, we can come over there and grab... we need to upgrade this too at some point. So that's 3,000, 7,500, 20... So that's like 10,000. But while we're waiting on these, we can go ahead and hire and pick up a couple of these. Now, they are separate. Those Bombardiers are separate. And then it says the weapons team thing is different, even though the Bombardiers, their upgrade in the workshop is under the weapons team. So that's kind of confusing. But when it says +2 weapons team, base 1 per unit, so that's 2 for every type of weapons team? Is that what that's telling me? That would actually be really sweet. Okay, so 1, 2 turns, and then I'm trying to think if I want to clear these rebellions for 1 or 2 turns or not on my own property while I wait on this stuff to upgrade. So I'm going to have to come over here. These are going to take 2 turns to hire. I need to get more clan rats to replace some of these slaves. So that's like 3 turns of hiring potentially. But we still have 8 turns before we can get this big stuff. Okay. I guess we can just... We have to wait a turn on this, but,
Time to eat leaders.
we could get the... Either the +5 food or the +50 growth. I don't really care about the growth. I mean, it's fine. We'll level it up. There's no special buildings that I'm really interested in, so... Recruitment capacity doesn't matter so much either. So it's either public order, where we try to fight it out. Let's just go for food for now. For this turn. We'll just go for the food. And then, how much food do we have here? We're at 83%. So we need to wait a little bit, and then we can do a workshop upgrade. Once we cap out our food. Okay. So we'll go for just Ancient Cunning.
No malice.
6 Instructor. Slave. Oh, we can get Warp Grinders here, but I don't want to pay that much for them. Just wait. And everything else, I think, is all good. Working those techs, driven by hunger, clan rats. Yep. Food is scarce. Already moved everything. What are the wine? Is the wine useful at all? It's Untainted, which is actually pretty good. That's basically extra public order with the Untainted. But there's not that much that gives you Untainted. I think this does. Yes. So it's not that much. But almost everything gives you the corruption, except for there's a handful of buildings that give you Untainted. But most things are corrupt. This gives you public order, or it used to. It does not anymore. Okay. Alright, so we'll see what happens in the intern here, but that's probably going to be the end for this episode, and then we'll just go into the next one. So we've had a couple of pretty good fights. There's some good micro going on there. We're about to get our spicy units here, because we have amazing growth. We're just like, you know, cranking it up to tier 3.
Many inventions I have to
Okay, are they coming at me? Not yet. I mean, if they want to step up, we could go try to knock them out. If they're out of line. Yeah, they have been removed. Bretonians are obnoxious to try to go against because every single town is walled. So, because, or like, once they get to tier 3 in all of their towns, which is pretty early, then they all get free walls. Okay, so we have a couple of turns on that. We'll wait and do that fight near the end, so we might be able to get that leadership bonus. I don't think we can siege a capital until we have more weapons teams. Warp fuel. Move any character to the following region. It's not happening. Unless we ally with Skrull. I guess that's not that far. It feels like it's like super far away, but it's not that bad. But anyways, okay, well, we'll figure it out. We'll do some more next episode, so thank you very much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. Be sure to like and subscribe. If you'd like to sponsor a campaign yourself, just email me at thestrategyprofessor@gmail.com. Let me know what you have in mind. We can probably set that up. Check out the rest of the content on the channel, and I'll see you next time. Have a great day.